Well, I would love to start us out. We're going to do some holding of ourselves this morning as we kind of do a little visualization. So before we start, there's two things I want to teach you just for the meditation piece. One is called a psychological sigh, and the other is called a butterfly hug. So the butterfly hug is really easy. So I'll start with that. Basically, you're going to cross your thumbs. So put your palms towards you, Sherry. Turn it around. There you go. So your wrists
like the butterfly. That's the sign for butterfly, right?
Exactly. That's the sign for butterfly. Now you're going to place that on your chest. And you're just going to gently tap. Nice and slow. Just at your own pace. Okay. So that's called a butterfly hug. And you can just do that on your own, but we're going to integrate it into the whole meditation. So I wanted you to know when I said butterfly hug, what that meant. So you can relax that. The other thing we're going to learn is the psychological sigh. Also really simple. That being said, though, it's a little different than what you're used to doing. You just hear me out and then try it for yourself, okay? You're going to take a deep breath in. And when you think you're at the top, you're going to take an extra little sip, so to speak. And then you're going to let it all out. Okay, it's not super forceful, but it takes a little bit more effort to take that extra sip at the end and then just relax and let it out. Okay, so let's try that really quick. Just go. And it's really good to let it out through your mouth. And if you can control it, cool. If you can't, just let it flow. Okay, so we'll try it one more time. We're going to just breathe in all the way. Take an extra sip and let it all out. Okay. So that's called the psychological sigh. Okay. So I just wanted to teach those to you really quick because we're actually going to start out with 3 of the psychological sighs once we settle in a little bit. Okay. So feel free to mute yourself and turn off your camera if you're so inclined. All right. Oops, that's not what I would like. Just a moment here. I need a Word document. There it is. Fabulous. Okay. So let's just begin by settling into our seat and allowing yourself to notice your breath. I know that's not always the most comfortable place, but it does give us just a baseline. Notice if your breathing is kind of shallow. After we just did that psychological sigh, you might find that there's a little bit more attention already in your chest. But our breath really is important. And see if you can drop that breath a little more loosely down into the lower belly. So just really having a loose belly as you breathe in, expanding that out. And on the exhale, contracting and really just letting that air circulate. We're going to do another one of those, just really noticing yourself, breathing normally, but just trying to put a little bit more awareness into your belly, expanding on the inhale and contracting on the exhale. And just observing your body for just a few seconds to notice where it's at. And a lot of us use things like caffeine or sugar to give us this energy boost, but what we're doing right now is actually going to give you more of an energy boost. So we're going to do 3 sets of the psychological sigh. So when you're ready, take a deep breath in and that extra sip and let it out. And as you practice this more, you might notice that you'll be able to hold that sip a little longer instead of feeling like you have to let it all out immediately. But don't judge yourself if you can't, because that's just practice. So let's do number 2. And that extra sip in and let it all out. And then we'll do a third one. Taking a nice deep breath in. An extra sip. And let it all out. And just kind of wiggle your body after that. Letting things move, because you've just brought a lot of extra oxygen into your body that wasn't there before. So take another moment and check in with your body and see what the difference was from when we started just breathing to what it feels like now. And if you want to write down anything that you notice, feel free to. Then the next thing we're going to do is take one of your hands and you're going to put it at the base of your skull on your neck and just kind of cupping that firmly, but like you're holding someone you love. And then the next thing you do is your other hand is going to cup your forehead. And if your eyes are not closed once you've put your hands here, please do. And allow yourself to feel what it feels like to just be held. Notice if colors appear in your mind's eye, or maybe a memory, or maybe it's just a sensation of what it feels like to do this. This calms your nervous system down. This in and of itself, again, is something you can do. And as you just are relaxed and breathing, noticing your body, allow the hand that's on your forehead to lift off gently and be placed at your heart. It might bring a sigh or a deeper breath. And then gently move the hand that's on your neck just to slightly rotate down so that it's on the upper back of you instead of just on the neck. And making your hands heavy in these places, not pushing, but just imagine a heaviness that brings a warmth into your body. Continuing just a nice, slow, long breath. Allowing yourself to relax. Keeping your eyes closed and just feeling your body. And then we're going to take that hand that's on the back of our neck and back area, and we're going to drop it down to our belly. It could be your upper belly, right over your belly button, your lower belly, wherever it feels right to you. Keeping that hand on your heart, having your hand on that belly, and just noticing. And now allow yourself to just gently sway, keeping your hands on you, noticing you might be sinking into a space that feels a little more safe within yourself. Just allowing yourself to be, even if you've got a little one in your lap and maybe you're holding on to her and she is the pressure on your lower belly. Allow your hands to relax, dropping down off of your torso, but stay swaying. And see what that feels like inside. And then as you continue to sway, bring your thumbs together with your palms facing towards you and letting your hands rest on your chest into a butterfly hug. And however the pace needs to be for you, you can gently tap as you sway, just giving yourself that butterfly hug. You're bringing yourself into a different kind of balance with this, helping your nervous system to transition from the fight and flight, freeze, fawn that we tend to be in so often in our lives. Communicating to our body that it's safe to be in rest. So take just another moment to do a few more butterfly hugs. And when that feels complete, allow your arms to relax down off your chest again. And just notice how your body feels. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to do 3 more sets of the psychological sigh. And since I know we had someone else, oh, no, she's stepped off, so that's all right. When you're ready, inhale in deep. Take that extra sip and exhale it out. And again, inhaling in, extra sip, and letting it all out. And one last time, inhaling in, extra sip, and just let everything in your body relax. And just be. Just scan into what you're feeling right now. How is that different from the first set of psychological sighs that we did? So we checked in when we first started breathing, the first set of psychological sighs, and then we did quite a bit with our system and finished off. How are you feeling now? Is there a different feeling of openness in your chest? Or maybe it feels like your shoulders are a little lower, not quite so high to your ears. Maybe your heart just feels a little more peaceful, or your belly feels calmer. It could be any of these things or none of them and something else instead. But when you're ready, gently open your eyes and come back with us. I'd love to know what it felt like to do some balancing within yourself, because we're going to talk about checks and balances with our friendships and our lives.